Okay, so I'm having a little technical difficulties getting the screen captured. Okay, so we're back. And last week we talked about this symbol briefly, and uh, today I'm gonna briefly introduce you to a different symbol, namely this one called the living being. And you can see this as like yourself with a superconsciousness and a subconsciousness. You can see the white in the top and the purple with the 6 colored balls. That is your superconscious mind, or your superconscious part of your being, and then you have the subconscious underneath here with the cross and the 6 colors. And then Martinez divides subconsciousness into day consciousness and night consciousness. And day consciousness is what you are aware of during your normal waking hours. And night consciousness is your consciousness during a sleep and dream state. So if we look up here again in the top white, we can see that is X1. That is our I, the core of our being, which is eternal. And we share this eternal nature with God Source and with all living beings everywhere. It's the same I. Where we start to differentiate ourselves and individualize is through X2, and which is this purple with the 6 colored balls. And this differentiation or individualization takes place because we have unique experiences, and these experiences are our history is stored within our X2, and then our X3 is determined on these experiences are our manifestation bodies, or 6 basic energy bodies. If we look at X2, we can see that there are these 6 colored balls. Martinez call these channel kernels. So there's a channel kernel for each of the 6 basic energies. There is the instinct energy, red. Orange is gravity energy. Yellow is the feeling energy. Green is the intelligence energy. And blue is the intuition energy. and light indigo is the memory energy. Right now in evolution, our day conscious awareness is placed on the gravity energy, the orange, and somewhat on the yellow feeling energy body, depending on evolution. The more evolved we are, the more this day conscious awareness moves up in frequency from the orange to the yellow to the green and so forth. But right now most people are day conscious aware only on the physical, which is because their day conscious awareness is placed on this orange talent kernel and body. A lot of us have day conscious awareness of our feelings too, of course, and to some other thoughts and a little bit intuition. So it's not like a cut in stone. It's like more a little fluid. But the more evolved you are, the more this day conscious awareness, like your day-to-day experience of life, is becoming more and more going from the outer world, which is here the orange, to the inner world of the yellow. So the progression of evolution is that we become more and more aware of our inner life and less aware of our outer life. If we look at animals, for example, they're 100% out in the external world, and that's all that is reality to them. But we're not quite like that anymore. We have moved to a place in evolution where we have a somewhat insight or daily experience of what's going on inside ourselves, and if we close our eyes and go inside ourselves, we can feel much more life and meaning than animals can. So we are to some degree already beginning to have a day conscious awareness on our feeling body, the yellow. Yeah, I can see there's two watching. I don't know if you want to chat in with questions, you just type in your questions and we'll take it from there. Otherwise, I'll just keep talking for a little bit. We have this living being structure with its x1, x2, and x3. And again, Martinez calls x1 and x2 the superconsciousness and the x3 for the subconsciousness. So then he divides subconsciousness into day consciousness and night consciousness. And the day consciousness is determined on where we are in evolution, and right now most people have the day consciousness placed on, situated on the orange body, the gravity body, and to some extent also the feeling body. So that depends on where in evolution a person is. We can see that this X3 is a created, the manifested reality, and when we die, this X2 and X1 is still going. It's eternal. Does not die with the death of the physical body. And all our experience with these six bodies are stored within what he calls talent kernels of the six different bodies. These talent kernels, he also calls them spiral centers. So basically what happens is the experiences you're having, let's say with your orange right here, your body of gravity, you can say it's your physical body, but it's not totally precise. But for now, let's just say it's the physical body, the orange gravity body. All these experiences you're having are stored in X2 as talent kernels, which you bring with you until you're born again in your next incarnation. And you also, like when you go to sleep at night, you take these X2 with you, this whole storage area where the 6 talent kernels are. You take it with you as you're experiencing things on the non-material plane during sleep. Like when you go into the spiritual world during sleep, you're still experiencing things, and these are stored as well in these talent kernels. So we cannot say that we are only physical beings, because we have 6 bodies, of which maybe 1 or 2 instinct and a gravity body, or we can say are more or less physical. But then we have these more non-physical or spiritual bodies, the feeling body, intelligence body, intuition body, and also the memory body. So these are actual bodies. These are manifest bodies. They're things that we have created through our talent kernels situated next to. We have these bodies, and we are experiencing with them and storing experiences here, but we cannot remember them because our day conscious awareness is situated on the orange gravity body. So we can only remember all the physical experiences that we're having. In time, we will begin to move forward in evolution, and our day conscious awareness will be more or less situated on a feeling body and intelligence body and so forth with evolution, and we will begin to experience the experiences from those planes with those bodies as day conscious awareness, as physical reality. So and we see here this orange ring here is signifying a microcosm, the completion of microcosm, not the completion, but the perfection of microcosm that are within us, within our physical body. We have micro worlds, we have organs inside of organs, we have cells inside of cells, we have atoms inside of atoms, we have quarks and so forth, and neons, meson, and so quantum field. We have infinitely down, we have living beings within us inside our physical body. So that is what this cross signifies. So yeah, and if there's no more questions, I think I'm just gonna not say so much more. We can see here again the 6 energies, the 6 kingdoms, and we're situated right here in this. We see where the planet is. We're situated here, and we can, depending on our evolution, we can see our day conscious awareness is more or less on the orange here in evolution, going forward by getting more and more yellow in our day conscious awareness, which means our manifestations of what we are experiencing as physical daily life becomes more and more of the yellow nature, which is feeling energy or love energy. And then as we go on in the in the spiritual worlds, like through the real human kingdom, the kingdom of wisdom, and the kingdom of the divine world here, culminating in light, and then we once again go into matter, out of the spiritual realms through the kingdom of bliss, the plant kingdom, and the animal kingdom, and forever going through these spirals of evolution. We see here, if we see the D, that's our human body, biological resolution. Inside us we have organs, and then we have cells and atoms, and outside of us we have a planet we live in or on, and a sun, solar system, and a galaxy. Um, so we see that these spirals of evolution continues on and on and on in larger and larger cycles, and at all times we have this combination of the basic energies happening in our the way we manifest. If we zoom in on where we are right now, let's just look at these where our day conscious awareness is now, mostly on the orange, but also beginning in the yellow. We can see that this combination of the basic energies, if we read this symbol horizontally, that we have a certain amount of these 6 basic energies. And as these 6 basic energies change their relative strength, that is how we begin to alter how we perceive reality. We see how here our day conscious awareness now is on the orange, the gravity energy, the gravity body, and somewhat on the feeling body. Eventually, we see how the feeling will get stronger and culminate and get stronger than the gravity energy. So our day conscious awareness will be on the feeling body. So what we will perceive as physical reality is actually in the feeling energy realm, that is called the real human kingdom, or the kingdom of love. So and then onwards, these eternal cycle of the energy continues. So at all times we have these 6 basic energy present in our consciousness, but just at different relative strengths. So and that is what the relative strength is, what determines where we are in evolution. So we have we are humans right here in the transition between the orange and the yellow, between the animal kingdom and the real human kingdom, and that is what the main symbol conveys here, where we see these transitions of the planet here, the planetary being where we're situated, living beings on the planet. We see that this transition from the orange to the yellow is where we're at in evolution right now. So and then again the planet goes counterclockwise in this spiral cycle, and it takes millions, hundreds of millions of years to move through these spiral cycles, and actually each life zone takes hundreds of millions of years. So we are on our way towards this star, which Martina signifies as the cosmic birth, which is the birth out of matter as our day conscious awareness into non-matter or spiritual matters here, the yellow, yeah? So this birth out of matter into the spiritual is what signifies the cosmic birth. And this is where the planet here will obtain cosmic consciousness. And we can see this field around the planet signifying the different evolutionary stages of the living beings that are incarnated on the planet. And these, of course, have no other choice than to follow the planetary beings' route towards cosmic consciousness. And according to Martinez, this route takes about 3,000 years to us. This is for the beings that are right down here at the furthest away from the star, and it takes about 500 years for these beings that are closest to the star. But to the planet, it only takes 15 minutes. So 15 minutes to the planet is around 2,000 years to us, micro individuals on the planet. So that's a little relative difference there. Okay, and I think that's enough for now because I can't see any questions. Nobody's chatting in. So just to see if it's working, if I can see one saying hi there. Play, talk, and stay free. So if there's no more questions, I think we'll wrap it up for today. And then we'll continue next Saturday. And then the Saturday after that, I might not be able to make it, so we can maybe make it a different day. But thanks for watching, and I hope that you are interested in this stuff. I think we're just kind of beginning here slowly, and you can read more about it on the www.thirdtestament.info, thirdtestament.info, thirdtestament.info, and of course all the symbols are copyright of the Martinez Institute. And so thank you for today, and I hope I see you soon on the live stream. And you're also welcome to chat in with questions or email in with questions. Okay, see you soon.